All right, so you're prepping for an ICT Business Analyst interview.
Yeah.
And you want to really stand out.
Right.
Not just like the generic stuff, but like a deep understanding.
Yeah.
So today, we're going to deep dive into RoleCatcher's resources.
Okay.
They've got career guides, interview guides, even some AI tools.
Sounds great.
We're going to help you nail those questions and showcase like all your potential.
Having those insights into what the hiring managers are looking for and being able to like tailor your answers to that.
Yes.
I think that's really helpful.
Totally agree.
It's a game changer.
First, let's decode
Okay.
what an ICT business analyst actually does.
Okay.
We always say that they're this bridge between business needs and tech solutions.
Yeah.
But what does that actually look like?
So think of it this way.
Okay.
A business wants to improve customer service with like new app.
Okay.
An ICT business analyst looks at that and goes, okay, what does the app need to do? How's it going to work with all of our existing systems? And then they take that and communicate it to the technical team who actually builds it.
Got it.
They also test it out, troubleshoot any problems, and make sure the whole project is a success.
Wow. So they're problem solvers, communicators, and really tech savvy.
Precisely.
All in one.
Yeah. And according to RoleCatcher, this is a field that's only growing. Businesses are like constantly adopting new tech.
That's true.
So these types of positions are very high in demand.
Oh, that's encouraging.
Yeah.
Let's dive into some common questions that RoleCatcher has in their interview guide.
Sounds good.
And let's strategize how to approach them.
Yeah, remember, you're not just giving the right answer.
Yeah.
You're really showing them your thought process and your understanding of this role.
Yeah.
All right, so first question. What motivated you to become an ICT business analyst? Seems simple, but what are they looking for?
They're looking for passion.
They want to see your purpose. What really like sparked your interest in this field? Was it a specific project you worked on?
Okay.
A mentor? A fascination with just how technology can improve things?
Yeah.
Find a way to connect your motivation back to their company values.
Okay.
And show them why you're genuinely excited about this specific opportunity.
So like a generic answer like, oh, I'm good at computers.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it. And like definitely don't talk bad about past employers.
Got it.
A likely follow-up to that could be,
okay,
tell me about a time you successfully bridged the gap between like business needs and technical solutions. Yeah.
So they want a concrete example. A story that shows how you've used your skills.
Exactly. Have a few of those ready to go.
Okay.
Highlighting different aspects of the role. Problem solving, communication, analytical thinking. And you can even use like RoleCatcher's AI tool to look back on your experience. Identify which projects best match up with the skills that the employer wants.
That's super helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question.
Okay.
How do you keep up to date with the latest industry trends? So this one's all about learning, right?
Continuous learning.
Yeah.
The tech world moves so fast.
Yeah.
You need to show them that you're on top of it.
Okay.
Share like specific strategies, conferences you attend, publications you read, thought leaders that you follow.
Okay.
Don't just say like, oh, I Google things.
Got it.
Show them that you're actively engaged and really curious.
Yeah, and even if I used RoleCatcher's AI, and I know that there are some knowledge gaps, I could mention that I'm working on that.
Excellent point.
Right.
It shows initiative and commitment to that learning.
Yeah.
Now, a potential follow-up could be, tell me about a recent industry development that caught your eye and how it might impact the work of an ICT business analyst.
Okay, so they want to see if you can connect the broader trends to like the actual reality of the job.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay.
What is your experience with project management methodologies? Now, this is where they're digging into the practical experience, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Talk about projects you've worked on.
Okay.
Highlighting those methodologies like Agile or Waterfall.
Okay.
Explain your role in those projects, the challenges you faced, and the results that you achieved.
Got it.
Even if you haven't been a certified project manager, you can still show off your skills by describing how you've planned, organized, and executed tasks in your previous roles.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And if I've used RoleCatcher to analyze the job description, I'll know which methodologies they want to hear about.
Exactly. That level of tailoring can make a big difference. A potential follow-up here could be, describe a time when a project went off track and how you helped get it back on course.
Oh, okay. So be ready with like a war story that shows resilience and problem solving.
Exactly.
All right, next up.
Okay.
How do you gather requirements from stakeholders? So this one's all about communication.
It's about active listening,
Oh.
asking good questions and understanding all the different perspectives. Highlight the techniques you've used, interviews, workshops, surveys.
Got it.
Don't forget to like clearly document everything concisely.
Makes sense. And if I've used RoleCatcher's AI to analyze my communication style, and I've gotten some feedback, I can talk about how I'm trying to improve.
Yes, showing that you're self-aware and that you're actively trying to improve. That's a great way to impress them.
Okay.
Now, a possible follow-up could be, describe a time when you had to deal with conflicting stakeholder requirements. How did you approach that situation?
So it's like, how do you handle those tough conversations? And negotiate?
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
How do you ensure project requirements are met? This feels like it's about accountability.
It's about making sure that the solution really delivers what was promised.
Okay.
Describe your process for tracking requirements, communicating updates, and managing changes.
Okay.
Highlight any tools or techniques you use, like change logs or progress dashboards.
Got it. And if I've used RoleCatcher's AI to see where maybe there are gaps in my project management skills, I can mention those here.
Exactly. It shows them you're proactive, committed to professional growth. A potential follow-up could be, tell me about a time when a project requirement was not met. What steps did you take to fix that?
So be prepared to talk about challenges and how you learn from mistakes.
Exactly.
Next question.
Okay.
How do you ensure project stakeholders are kept informed of project progress? So this feels like the previous question, but with a focus on communication.
It's about keeping everybody in the loop.
Okay.
And managing those expectations.
Got it.
Describe your communication strategies, status reports, meetings, online collaboration tools.
Okay.
Be really specific about like how often you do these things, the format, and the actual content.
Makes sense. And if I've used RoleCatcher's AI and I know, oh, my communication style could use some work, I can mention the specific things I'm doing to improve.
Absolutely. That level of personalization shows them you're taking it seriously.
Right.
Now, a potential follow-up could be, describe a time when you had to deliver bad news to stakeholders. How did you approach that?
Okay, so they want to know your diplomacy skills.
Yes.
How you communicate when things aren't going so well.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
How do you identify and mitigate project risks? This is the good one.
It's about being proactive, thinking ahead, anticipating potential problems. Describe your process for identifying risks, conducting risk assessments, and creating mitigation plans.
Got it.
Be specific about the tools and methodologies.
Okay, and if I used RoleCatcher's AI and I saw, oh, I've mitigated risks before in past projects, I can talk about those specific examples.
Yes, real-world examples always make a stronger impression. Now, a potential follow-up could be, tell me about a time when a risk that you identified actually happened.
Okay.
How did you handle that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So be prepared to talk about how you problem solve and adapt to challenges.
Exactly.
All right, next question.
Okay.
How do you collaborate with cross-functional teams? So this one's all about teamwork, right?
It's about working well with people from different departments, different backgrounds. ICT Business Analysts are often the liaison between teams.
Okay.
So strong collaboration is super important.
So how do I show them that I'm a team player?
Share examples of how you've collaborated with cross-functional teams before.
Okay.
Highlight your communication style, your ability to build those relationships, and your approach to conflict resolution.
Okay, and if I've used RoleCatcher's AI and I see that maybe there are areas where I could improve my teamwork, I can mention that.
Showing that you're self-aware
Yeah.
and you're trying to improve
Yeah.
is a great way to stand out.
Yeah.
Now, a potential follow-up could be,
Okay.
describe a time when you had to work with a difficult team member.
Yeah.
How did you handle that situation?
Oh, so those tough interpersonal dynamics.
Yeah.
How you stay positive.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
How do you prioritize project requirements. So making tough decisions.
It's about understanding the big picture.
Okay.
Focusing on what really matters. Describe your process for prioritizing, including any tools or methodologies, like the Moscow analysis or the Kano model.
And again, if I've used RoleCatcher's AI and I've gotten some feedback, I can talk about that.
Showing that you're committed to improvement and open to feedback is great.
Okay.
Now, potential follow-up could be, describe a time when you had to make a really difficult prioritization decision. What factors did you consider?
So show them that you can weigh different options, make informed decisions. All right, last question. What is your experience with enterprise architecture frameworks? This one sounds technical.
It is. They're trying to see if you understand how different systems, technologies fit together within an organization. Things like Toji AF or Zachman provide that blueprint for the IT infrastructure.
So if I have experience with these, share specific examples. If not, just be honest. And say that I want to learn.
You can even say that you've used RoleCatcher's AI to identify this as like an area of development.
That's a great point. And that I'm working on it. Awesome.
Now, a potential follow-up question here could be, how do you see those frameworks contributing to your success as an ICT business analyst?
Oh, that's a good question.
It allows you to demonstrate your understanding of the big picture, how all those different roles and systems work together.
We've covered a lot today.
We have.
Focused on those crucial interview questions and how to approach them really strategically.
Remember, preparation is key. Using these tips and tools like RoleCatcher's AI, you can go into that interview with confidence.
Totally.
And show them your potential.
And in the next part of our deep dive, we're going to shift gears, explore the essential skills and knowledge that'll help you in this career.
Sounds good.
Welcome back. We just tackled some of those tough interview questions. Now let's explore the essential knowledge and skills that make a successful ICT business analyst. This will also help you craft like really good answers to those questions.
It's not just about what you say. It's about showing that you have that foundation to back it up.
RoleCatcher's Career Guide breaks down these must-have skills. They even give a percentage breakdown of how important they are.
Interesting.
At the top of the list. Reading comprehension. 63%.
Wow, that seems high.
I know, right?
But it makes sense when you think about it. You're constantly reading technical specs, business requirements, stakeholder feedback.
It's a lot of information.
It is. So you need to be able to decipher all that. It's crucial.
So strong reading comprehension is like the baseline. What else is really high on the list?
Critical thinking at 61%.
What does that look like in this role?
So you need to be able to analyze information, identify problems, evaluate solutions, basically think deeply and draw conclusions. This is something that you can really highlight when you're answering those behavioral questions. Like, tell me about a time a project went off track. You can walk them through your thought process, how you identify the problem, and the steps you took to fix it.
So it's not just about saying, I'm a critical thinker.
Exactly.
It's about showing them how you think.
Okay,
so reading and thinking critically, they go hand in hand.
They do. What's next?
Active learning. At 59%.
What does that mean?
Tech is always changing, right?
Constantly.
You need to be able to learn new things and apply them quickly.
That makes sense, and that goes back to that question about keeping up with industry trends.
Exactly.
I can talk about specific courses or certifications I've taken to stay on top of things.
Yes, that's great.
Okay, what other skills are in the top 5?
Active listening and judgment and decision-making.
Both at 57%.
Active listening. That makes sense. Gathering requirements, understanding what stakeholders need. But judgment and decision-making. How does that play out?
So imagine you're evaluating different software solutions that you need to recommend to a company. You have to weigh the pros and cons, consider the budget, think about the long-term implications. Making sound judgments is vital.
That makes sense.
You can show this off in an interview when they ask you about those tough prioritization decisions. Or how you handle conflicting stakeholder requirements.
So it's about being decisive, but also being thoughtful.
Yes.
RoleCatcher also lists monitoring, speaking, systems analysis, and writing.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Don't be overwhelmed.
Okay.
Focus on developing your strengths.
Yeah.
And highlight those in your interview.
Okay.
And RoleCatcher's AI can actually help you pinpoint any skill gaps.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and suggest specific things to improve.
Okay, so we've got these skills, but how do we show them in an interview?
Right.
How do I demonstrate critical thinking, for example?
Use examples.
Okay.
Don't just say I'm a critical thinker.
Right.
Talk about a time you had a complex problem.
Yeah.
And you came up with a solution.
Oh.
Walk them through it.
Like that project went off track question.
Exactly.
I could talk about the root cause, evaluated options, pick the best one.
Right. You're demonstrating your ability to think logically, weigh options, and look ahead.
What about active listening?
Yeah.
How do I show them that?
It's about more than just nodding and making eye contact.
Okay.
Paraphrase what the interviewer is saying. Ask clarifying questions. Show them that you're really engaged in the conversation.
Okay.
Make it a dialogue, not a presentation.
Even pausing before answering shows that I'm thinking.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've talked about those soft skills.
Yeah.
But what about hard skills? Because being tech-savvy is essential in this role.
It is.
What does RoleCatcher highlight?
Knowledge of computers and electronics.
Okay.
73%.
That's a big one.
Yeah, makes sense.
You does that cover?
Understanding hardware and software.
Okay.
Grasping programming concepts. Familiarity with data management. You need to be comfortable talking about databases, networks, operating systems.
So if the company uses a specific cloud platform, I should research that beforehand.
Yes, tailor your answers to their tech stack.
Okay, what else does RoleCatcher mention?
Native language knowledge.
Okay.
58%.
I feel like that's a given.
It might seem basic.
Yeah.
But clear communication is so important.
That's true.
You're explaining tech stuff to people who don't understand tech.
Right.
You need strong language skills.
So how do I demonstrate that in an interview?
When they ask you those behavioral questions about gathering requirements or communicating progress, use clear and concise language. Show them you can explain complex topics simply.
Makes sense.
What's next on the list?
What's next?
Mathematics at 52% and education and training at 55%.
Math? I thought this is about analysis.
You're right, it is.
Yeah.
But math concepts help with data analysis.
Okay.
Financial modeling, understanding technical algorithms.
So it's not about being like a math genius?
No.
It's just comfortable with numbers?
Exactly.
Okay, what about education and training?
ICT business analysts often train users on new systems or processes.
Okay.
They also have to explain tech stuff to people who aren't technical.
So being a teacher is part of the job.
It is, and continuous learning is vital.
Yeah.
So absorbing that new knowledge is key.
Makes sense. And RoleCatcher's AI tools can help with that, right?
Absolutely. They have personalized recommendations for courses and certifications.
Oh, wow.
Even articles.
That's super helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered knowledge skills and how to showcase them in those common questions.
Yeah.
But RoleCatcher has a ton of more specific questions.
They do.
Should we go over a few?
Yeah, let's do it.
The more prepared you are, the more confident you'll feel.
Absolutely.
Okay, the next question is,
okay,
tell me about a time you had to deal with a difficult stakeholder.
That's a classic behavioral question.
It is.
And a very common one, because stakeholder management is so crucial in this role.
Yeah.
They want to know about your people skills.
Okay.
Conflict resolution, how you handle pressure.
So I can't just say that I'm good with people.
Right. You need a real-world example.
Okay.
Choose an example that shows off your diplomacy, your communication skills, and how you find that common ground. Describe the situation, what you did, and the positive outcome.
And RoleCatcher's AI can analyze my past experiences.
Yes.
And help me pick the right story.
Exactly. It's not just about any story.
Okay.
It's about the one that best matches those requirements.
What should I avoid saying?
Don't badmouth the stakeholder.
Okay.
Don't play the victim. Focus on how you professionally resolve the conflict.
So it's about showing them that I can handle those tough interpersonal dynamics without getting flustered or defensive.
Exactly.
Okay, what about follow-up questions?
They might ask, what did you learn from this?
Okay.
Or how would you handle it differently next time?
So be ready to reflect.
Yes, and show them that you're always growing.
Okay, so it's not just about the story, but how I've grown.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to another question.
All right.
Tell me about a time when a project went off track and how you helped get it back on course.
This one's all about problem solving.
Yeah.
And leadership.
Okay.
They want to see how you handle setbacks, how you think on your feet and take initiative, Choose an example where you were a key part of identifying the problem and coming up with a solution.
Got it.
And getting the project back on track.
So showcase my analytical skills.
Yes.
My decision-making. And working under pressure.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher's AI can help you here, too. It can look at your past projects and find times where you showed those skills.
So helpful.
It's like having a personal career coach.
Yeah.
Helping you identify and present those strengths.
What are some follow-up questions?
They might ask about the challenges you faced.
Okay.
Or what you would do differently next time.
So again, reflecting on my experiences.
Yeah, and learning from mistakes.
Okay, next question. Yeah. How do you handle situations where requirements are constantly changing?
Oh, this is a reality check for anyone in tech.
It is.
Change is inevitable.
Yeah.
So how do you show them you can adapt?
Right.
Describe your process for managing those change requests.
Okay.
Communicating updates to stakeholders and making sure everyone's on the same page.
Makes sense.
Talk about any tools or techniques you use, like change logs or version control systems. Emphasize your flexibility and ability to adjust without losing sight of the big picture.
Because freaking out won't help.
No, it won't.
It's about being calm and proactive.
Exactly.
RoleCatcher's AI can analyze my projects.
Yes.
And show them where I've adapted successfully.
It's about showing, not just telling, what kind of follow-up questions might they ask.
Maybe how I document those changes, or how I make sure the project stays on track and on budget.
Yeah, it's about showing you can manage change strategically.
Okay, so we talked about those behavioral questions.
We did.
And how RoleCatcher's AI can help tailor our answers.
Yeah.
But what about those technical questions?
Right, those are designed to assess your understanding of certain technologies and concepts.
Are we ready to dive into those?
Absolutely. Technical questions can be tricky.
Yeah.
But with the right prep, you can show off your expertise.
Yeah.
Let's explore some common ones.
Okay, imagine I'm in the hot seat.
All right.
And they ask me, what are the different types of diagrams used in business analysis, and when would you use each one?
That's a great one.
Yeah.
It's not just about knowing definitions. It's about showing you can use those in real-world situations.
Right.
So start by defining each diagram type clearly.
Yeah.
For example, what's a use case diagram for? And then describe a scenario where you'd use it.
So they don't want me to just memorize definitions. They want to see that I can use those to solve problems.
Exactly.
So a use case diagram illustrates interactions between a system and its users.
Yes.
And it would be useful when gathering requirements for a new app.
Perfect. And you can go even further by giving them a real-world example.
Oh, okay.
Maybe talk about a project where you used one.
Yeah.
To clarify the scope and the different user roles.
Those real-world examples are so powerful.
They are. They show them you've actually done this.
Okay, what other diagrams might come up?
Process flow diagrams.
Okay.
Data flow diagrams. Entity relationship diagrams. Okay.
Maybe even state machine diagrams.
It's a lot.
It is. But RoleCatcher's AI can help.
How so?
They have a library of business analysis concepts, including all those diagram types.
Nice.
You can use their tools to test your knowledge and even practice making them.
That's so cool.
What's even better,
Yeah.
their AI can look at specific job descriptions and recommend what's most relevant for that role.
That's amazing.
So if you're interviewing for a data modeling position, their AI will focus on entity relationship diagrams.
That level of personalization is so helpful.
It is.
Okay, so we've talked about diagrams.
Yeah.
What else might come up?
They might ask about your experience with different software development methodologies.
Okay.
Like Agile or Waterfall. Or they might ask you to explain the different phases of the software development lifecycle.
Yeah.
Or your experience with certain tools.
And RoleCatcher's AI can help here too.
Absolutely. They have info on those methodologies.
Okay.
Business analysis tools.
Industry best practices.
And I can test my knowledge and fill in any gap.
Exactly. The more you know about this stuff, the more confident you'll feel.
Okay, so even if I don't have experience with every tool they mention, I can still show them that I understand the concepts.
Yes, and that you're eager to learn.
Okay, so we covered technical questions.
Yeah.
But technical skills are just one part.
Right.
Soft skills are just as important.
Absolutely. In fact, many hiring managers think soft skills are even more important.
Right.
Especially for entry-level positions.
Okay.
They want people who are adaptable, eager to learn, and can work well on a team.
Because you can teach someone technical skills. But those soft skills are harder to come by.
Exactly. They're essential for building relationships,
Okay.
gathering requirements, communicating well, and navigating a complex workplace.
So when I'm prepping for my interview,
Yeah.
I shouldn't just focus on the technical stuff?
Right. Think about how to showcase those soft skills.
Okay.
Share examples of how you've collaborated, resolved conflicts, communicated in tough situations.
And RoleCatcher can help me identify those soft skills.
Yes, they can analyze your experiences,
Great.
your resume, even your LinkedIn.
Wow.
And give you insights into your strengths.
That's incredible.
It's like a personal branding expert.
Okay, so we talked about a lot.
We have.
But there's one more thing.
What's that?
Mindset.
Ah, yes, mindset.
It's often overlooked.
It is.
But so important.
It can make all the difference.
So what kind of mindset is best for ICT business analysts?
Growth mindset.
Okay.
Embrace challenges as opportunities.
Yeah.
Be open to feedback.
Okay.
Then always look for ways to improve.
Because tech is always changing.
Exactly.
We have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yes, you're never going to know everything.
Right.
So you need to adapt quickly.
Okay, what else?
Confidence.
Okay.
Believe in yourself and your ability. You need to project confidence, even if you're nervous.
That makes sense.
Hiring managers want people who are self-assured and capable.
Yeah.
Show them that through your body language,
Okay.
your tone, and your demeanor.
And RoleCatcher's AI can help here, too.
Yes, they provide feedback on your interview performance.
Really?
Including body language and communication style.
Wow.
You can practice with their tools.
Okay.
Get tips on projecting confidence.
Yeah.
Even do a mock interview with a virtual recruiter.
That's so cool. It's like having a coach.
It is. And speaking of prep,
Yeah.
don't forget to research the company.
Right.
Learn as much as you can about them.
Okay.
Their industry, their needs. It shows them you're serious.
And research goes beyond just reading their website.
Yes. Look at their social media,
Okay.
news releases, their competition. Get a sense of their culture,
Yeah.
their values, their direction.
The more I know, the better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And RoleCatcher's AI can help here too. They can analyze job descriptions,
Okay.
company profiles, industry trends to pinpoint the key skills and experience they want.
So I can tailor my resume and my answers.
Yes, you're highlighting what's important to them.
Okay. So research confidence and that growth mindset. Always learning and adapting.
Exactly.
With the right prep and the right attitude.
Yeah.
You can ace this.
You can.
And we're here to help.
Absolutely we are.
RoleCatcher is an amazing resource.
It is.
Personalized feedback, strengths, showcase your potential.
Yeah, it's a great tool.
Okay, so we've covered a lot.
We have.
But our deep dive isn't over yet.
Oh.
In the next part,
all right.
we'll explore the career paths and advancement opportunities.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of ICT Business Analysts.
Yeah.
We've prepped for those tough interview questions, explored all those essential skills and knowledge.
Right.
But now, let's look ahead.
Okay.
What kind of career paths and advancement opportunities await?
It's exciting to think about what happens after you land the job.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher's career guide outlines several paths.
Okay.
You can climb that corporate ladder
Uh-huh.
or maybe specialize in something.
So for those who want to be leaders,
Yeah.
what are the typical paths?
Well, you might start as a junior ICT business analyst.
Okay.
Build up your experience. And then from there, you could move into an intermediate role
Okay.
with more responsibility.
Yeah.
Maybe leading smaller projects.
And then senior ICT business analyst.
Exactly.
Maybe even a management position.
You could become a senior ICT business analyst.
Okay.
Overseeing those complex projects, mentoring junior team members.
Yeah.
Or transition into a management role,
Okay.
like a business analysis manager,
Uh-huh.
or even an IT manager,
Wow.
leading a whole team of analysts.
That's great to hear.
Yeah,
So there's definitely room to grow.
there is.
What about those who want to specialize? What options are there?
You could become an enterprise architect.
Okay.
Focus on like the big picture of an organization's IT systems.
Interesting.
Or you could specialize in a specific industry,
Okay.
like healthcare or finance.
So you're combining your ICT skills with that industry knowledge.
Exactly. You become a subject matter expert.
That's powerful.
It is. And some ICT business analysts even start their own consulting firms.
Really?
Yeah, they use their expertise to advise organizations.
So flexibility and even entrepreneurship are possible.
Absolutely.
Now, with tech always changing,
Mm-hmm.
how do ICT business analysts stay on top of things?
RoleCatcher stresses ongoing professional development.
Okay.
There are so many options.
Like what?
You could pursue advanced certifications, attend industry conferences.
Okay. Are there certain certifications that are more valuable?
RoleCatcher mentions a few.
Okay.
Like the Certified Business Analysis Professional, or CBAP. Also the Certification of Competency in Business Analysis.
Okay.
That's the CCBA. And the Agile Certified Practitioner, or ACP.
Those sound impressive.
They show you're committed to that professional growth and mastery of the standards.
Okay, what about conferences?
They're great for networking, learning from experts, staying current with all the trends.
And I imagine it's a chance to share your knowledge.
Yeah.
Maybe present some case studies.
Exactly. It's a two-way street.
Okay, so from career paths and specializations to certifications and conferences, there are tons of ways to grow.
There are. It's a dynamic field with huge potential.
Okay, let's recap some key takeaways.
All right.
For those interested in this career.
Master those essential skills.
Yeah, we talked about reading comprehension, critical thinking, active listening, judgment, decision-making, and communication.
And don't forget the technical knowledge.
Yeah. Be comfortable with computers, software, data management, and other key technologies.
And remember, prep is key for interviews. Study those common questions.
Yeah.
Practice your answers. Use those resources like RoleCatcher's AI.
Okay, once you've landed the job, stay curious, keep learning.
Absolutely.
Explore different career paths.
It's a field full of possibilities.
That is.
And remember, it's not just about tech expertise.
Okay.
It's about using those skills to solve real problems.
Yeah.
Make a positive impact.
Bridging that gap between business and technology.
Exactly.
So it's about more than just a job.
Yeah.
It's about making a difference.
It is.
To all those aspiring ICT business analysts out there, good luck.
Good luck.
And remember, the deep dive is always here to guide you.
We are.
Through this world of knowledge and information.
Until next time.